The new development is that the stimulus bill is now being sent to President Trump. He has a 10-day allowance to decide what to do, to sign it, to veto it, or to do nothing. The thing before, so this passed the House and Senate on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. The politicians, they had time. So now that 10-day allowance is kicking in and excludes Sundays. So basically, President Trump has a 10-day window, a 10-day allowance to decide what to do. That's going to give him until Monday. Again, this is excluding Sundays. And then the new politicians, they get into session on that Sunday, January 3rd. I believe it's January 3rd, okay? When the new congressmen get into session, then technically, Congress adjourns. If Congress adjourns, then the stimulus bill gets killed. Therefore, President Trump has all the power to decide what to do. Sign it, veto it, do nothing. That's called a pocket veto if he's going to do nothing. So we'll see what happens. The stimulus bill has been sent to President Trump, to his estate, to President Trump in Mar-a-Lago in Florida today. So the countdown, it begins today. If they just sent it to him on Tuesday, on Wednesday, this would not have been an issue. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. That's the status of the $2,000 stimulus checks. I'll read some comments. And I thank you so much for all your support. Imperial Fluff says that I look tired. I'm so tired. I need a nap. I'm going to get Christmas Eve dinner after this. But thank you so much for your concern. Tyler Kitchell is asking, are we getting a check or not? That all depends on President Trump. And we have no idea what that amount's going to be. Is it going to be the 600? Is it going to be the 2,000? We have no, or is it going to be zero? We have no idea. Ripsaw is saying veto it. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions on whether you think President Trump should sign it now that we know that he's got all the power. Let me know if something is better than nothing and you want this, or whether you support President Trump's fight to get the wasteful spending, the unnecessary spending out of there. And thank you for everyone who's also calling out the fact that there's so much wasteful spending in there. People are saying, oh yeah, you know, it's not in the COVID part, it's in the omnibus, the government funding part. But still, are you kidding me? You're spending millions of dollars, billions of dollars to count fish in the sea, to count fish in the sea, to research falling down trees, to spend money to prevent horses getting performance-enhancing drugs, to spend it's over $89 million in the Senate to buy furniture. And no, a lot of people commented, did I hear that right? You did hear that right. The Senate would get $89 million to spend on furniture. People are saying that their seats better be made out of gold. It's not like they're using it anyways. I'll count the fish for free. That's a good comment, JBLG. You should save us, I believe it's $2 million. That'd be so kind of you. Save the American people $2 million by counting I believe it's the amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico, which are not even endangered, which are not even close to being endangered. Chris Legacy is saying, what does furniture and horses have to do with stimulus or government funding? I mean, you tell me. I mean, President Trump vetoed the National Defense Bill. You tell me what the Section 230 is doing in there, protecting Twitter, Facebook, you know, those large tech giants. That's in the military bill. That's in the National Defense Bill. It's a wacky world. What can I tell you? Uncle Grim is saying pocket veto, pocket veto. Looks like we have a pocket veto supporter. Jay Lano, sir, please keep doing you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you to Rabin49. That is very generous of you. Thank you so much. Haseo Joseph is saying, I'm supporting revolution at this point. I'm done with this pointless, repetitive talking. Enzo Montana is saying, if you're willing to take 600, you're willing to take even less. Again, we don't know what President Trump's going to do. He can sign this bill, he can veto it, he can do nothing, which is a pocket veto. We'll see how things develop. But he's got that 10-day allowance starting from today, excluding Sundays. Okay, people are saying, here we go. My feed is finally catching up with me. No one can be worse than Trump. So go for it now. Yolanda is Yolanda. Thank you for that. Lewis1122 is saying martial law is coming. Robert is saying, what do I tell my kids about no presents? Kim Walker, happy holidays, Brian. Yes, get some rest. Thank you for that. Ray Jones is saying veto. Jose Velez is saying, can he do an executive order? No, executive orders, I mean, he can always do executive orders for certain things. That's not what is in question at the moment. It's just the stimulus bill, the government funding bill, both got sent to President Trump today at his estate in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Now is when the clock is ticking for his 10-day allowance for him to act. So it's got nothing to do with an executive order. It's just a question of whether he's going to sign, whether he's going to veto, or whether he's going to do nothing, which is known as a pocket veto. Big Shot saying fight. Shelly Doggett saying do not sign. Lone Wolf Full Moon is saying no. Is there anybody that wants President Trump to sign? It looks like the vast majority of people are saying they're supporting President Trump with his pocket veto. Krista Van Hooser is saying pocket veto. Mona is saying, you are one with the most common sense. I enjoy watching you. I enjoyed reading your comment. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for that and your emojis, Lone Wolf Full Moon. Yes, we do have some people saying like Sharon, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Sharon Ui. To be honest, I don't even know if he should sign or not. Tandra Griffin is saying veto it. Guy is saying do not sign it. There we go. There's one. Clarice Oliver is saying sign the bill. Again, because this is a question of should he sign the bill and get some form of relief to the American people, or should he fight for more? Should he demand more? If you were with me earlier, I showed you the Republicans quoting. These are some high-level Republicans in Congress saying President Trump needs to sign. President Trump needs to sign. They've worked so hard to get to this point. I believe it's been, what has it been? Almost 8 months to get to this point. And then President Trump rains on their parade. Someone saying KK Productions is saying 2000 ain't enough. I mean, honestly, 2,000 would be great. 2,000 person would be great. But for a lot of people, it would not even be close to enough. Travis Wilson makes a good point. Travis Wilson says it would be okay if all the other BS wasn't there. Honestly, if all the other BS wasn't there, that money could be allocated towards the American people. Reallocate those funds to the American people. Now, I agree with that. That's a very good point by Travis. Dana Coyle is saying, don't sign it. Johnny Bright is saying, fight. There's another one. Jenny M. Jenny M is saying, sign it. I mean, there's a lot of things, but one thing, like eviction protections, that would be extended. That's great. That's one great reason to sign it. However, in my opinion, it's a 1-month extension. Are you kidding me? So, I mean, it's just sad. It was a really watered-down version. I don't need to tell you that. We were all expecting stimulus checks. When you say stimulus checks, you naturally assume $1,200. It was $600. I mean, that's not even, that is, a lot of people are saying that's a slap in the face. You know, that is a slap in the face after 8 months. Even the unemployment benefits for $300 a week, that was weak. And which was sad was without a retroactive date as well. Someone's bringing up, Ash is bringing up student loan forgiveness. Other people are bringing up the student loan forbearance. Student loan forbearance, there was nothing for students, nothing for student loans. Mason Loomis, $86 million for furniture. What the F is going on? It was a little bit above 86 million. I think I gave them the benefit of it. Was it 89 million? 86? Either way, I rounded down just to give them, I didn't even want to exaggerate, so I rounded down. Dennis Torres is saying that it's an insult. Ziggy 007, I'm holding out for a loaf of cheese. Karen McNabb, put it in the shredder, veto. R. Johns is giving advice to President Trump. Don't sign that bill, President Trump. Okay, Superman NWs is making a very good point. Superman is saying, I need the relief now because we've seen a bunch of these comments. I need the relief now, so sign it and give more later. I mean, that's always been an option. That has always been an option. You would hope and wish and think that the politicians would just use some common sense. I don't understand why that is just not an option. Yeah, but I agree with a lot of these comments here. I'm seeing a lot of the same thing. I would like to see some relief go out. Two things. I'd like to see some relief go out. And secondly, I'd like to see all the unnecessary waste extracted just out of there. And better yet, why don't you use that wasteful money and give it to the American people? This is so silly. Give more later, LOL. That's Cheryl. Yes. That does sound like a joke if you're asking for them to act. More promises, more promises. Now, how long would it be delayed for? 2022. You know, that was, who said that? I can't even find it. Was it Tom Reed? Tom Reed said, Congressman Tom Reed, who's a Republican, said that just pass this stimulus bill now, and then we can work on a biggest stimulus check later. I mean, how would you trust that statement from a congressman? So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know how truthful, how would they stick to their word? That's the question. Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack is out of control. $50. Merry Christmas to all, and please get some sleep. In these hectic times, I really hurt with you all. Thank you so much, Brian. From one human to another, happy holidays and God bless. Thank you so much that you are too kind, you are too generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sean Schisler saying, why sign this bill that's full of crap? Thanks for keeping us informed. I appreciate that. A lot of the things that I saw in there and I called out, I would agree. It's unnecessary, it's wasteful, and it is just disrespectful to the American people. Anetta Nance is saying, sign the bill, people need help. But that's another side of the argument, that something is better than nothing. And please, if necessary, pass more help later. Because honestly, more help will probably be needed.